You are live. What? I'll bring the microphone down. See that? You thought Big Mike was dead, but there he is. Oh, dear. Hang on a second. I've got an urgent phone call coming through. Mute microphone. Oh. Nine people watching. Oh, dear. Remember when I was a child, I asked my dad if I could have a watch. So he let me. Oh, hi, John. I don't know if you got a few problems, have you? You're trying to ring. I'll put you on. Oi, yeah, you got your code. All right. G'day, mate.
I'm just sorting myself out a little bit. Yeah.
Hello.
Just sorting myself out a bit.
Oh, where are we? Give us a second. Just setting up. Anyone think I just woke up 10 minutes ago from a deep sleep?
You did. I'll ring you up.
Ooh.
Hang on, that wasn't the way it was supposed to happen.
Power on.
I planned this a bit better than that earlier
connected.
On. No, well, there we go.
Oh.
Bloody cameras. They're never in the right spot.
Are they? Why have I got no sound?
I can hear
technical support, Bobby Crush. Why have I got no sound? What's going on?
I can hear you.
Right, we're in. I couldn't hear you. I didn't have headphones on. I just friggin' woke up. Oh. Ugh.
G'day, Dave. How you doing? And Bobby. Good to see you're in good humour, Bobby. Yeah. I think Brian is going to sponsor Stephen's trip over for New Year's, and it'll save him on money for fireworks.
Yes, be very nice. Yeah, Brian.
Anyhow, Dave, how's the bike ride going, mate? How's that? I've been watching a bit of it. I've been a bit busy, so I haven't been able to get onto one of your streams, mate. But I've been watching what you're doing. I've been keeping an eye on yous. You and Brian, you and Tony and Joe and everybody, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he does a good stream, doesn't he?
Yeah. They're out having a bit of a ride around, having a bit of fun. Why not?
Hang on a sec. I'll just check out what's happening in Thailand. Oh.
Well, the one thing about it is, I suppose I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but half the dickheads of this world with this new variant crap and trying to keep themselves irrelevant. Who knows what's around the corner, really? And that's a big question mark on that one. But right about now,
wow.
if you jump through your hoops, you can go. But I think half the world's paranoid. They've made everybody paranoid.
Okay, subtle meaning behind Thai's constitution, courts ruling against same-sex marriage. Ugh.
Yeah, there was a protest.
No, it's
There was a protest the other week about the same sex
ooh.
thing, eh? The same sex laws and that
Oh,
to keep.
what the? Yeah.
G'day,
So the
Andy.
members of. Yeah, Andy stuff. Many of the Thailand LGBTQ, you know what the LGBTQ is, don't you? Whatever. Community was stunned, even hurt when they read the content of the court ruling recently published online. Bit cruel. Several paragraphs of the ruling explained that the tradition of marriage is only preserved for heterosexuals and men and women. What's the definition of heterosexual? That means both, doesn't it?
No.
Heterosexual.
No.
Whatever. And different species. And that different species should be treated differently because same-sex marriage defies the law of natural nature and family. Oh, a bit nasty.
No, it's not.
Ooh.
That's exactly. Personally, um, the whole thing about it is
Ooh.
natural relationships is about reproduction and all those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Well,
Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
what am I talking about? The purpose of marriage is to allow men and women to live together as husband and wife so they can establish a family unit to have children. Well, I better leave that alone, actually.
Yeah, I was just thinking
To maintain the human race according to natural order. I better leave that one alone
Yeah.
too. And further allow the passing of wealth, inheritance, and bonds between father, mother, sister, brothers, aunties, and uncles.
Well, hang
But
on.
marriage
Of
between
course. Hang on. I picked that one out. Of course, you said about mother, father, sister, brother. That's a Tasmanian thing, isn't it?
Tasmania, yeah. But marriage between LGBT. What's LGBT? Persons can
That's the
establish such
gay and
delicate
that's the
bonds
gay
of
and lesbian
relationships.
rainbow party, isn't it?
I'll have to look that up. Relationship. The verdict numbered what? The relationship. The verdict numbered 20 to 2,564. It was a landslide. Don't do it thing. But however, when advanced technology in the future finds more details, certain species they call them. Jesus, that's nasty. Have different behaviors or biological traits, then they shall be categorized into a different group for further studies. The same applies to the state of legislation treating acknowledging people of different sexual orientation differently. Oh, it goes
G'day,
on
Mark.
and on. Jesus Christ.
It's an interesting read.
Oh,
and
this goes on and on.
It's like a clinical study of yeah.
It's just basically saying watch where you're sticking your dick. Oh, the government and its tourist authorities I was trying to have promoted the country as being friendly to and tolerant of LGBTQ. Well, we've got to look that up. Hang on. What does LGBTQ mean? LGBTQ. No, I don't know. Lesbian, gay. Come on, let's have a comment. What does it actually mean? Lesbian, gay, butt fucker to no, that won't be there, would it? To Queens. No, all right. It goes into such a detail, families, value, and technology. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, what's that got to fucking do with technology? It just goes on. Gee, some of the things they said are pretty disgusting. Next year will mark 10 years of the battle in Thailand to seek equality for the LGBT community and their rights to get married. Isn't that wonderful? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I'll have to look that up. 1 second. We'll find out what LGBT means. Meaning LGBTQ. Queer. It stands for queer. It may refer to anyone who is non-heterosexual or non-casogenic, I think, instead of exclusively to people who are lesbians, gays, and bisexual or transgender. To recognise this inclusion, a popular variant is LGBTQ. Add the letter Q for those who are identified as queer. Jesus Christ.
What?
That's what it fucking says. Adds the letter Q for those who identify them as queer or question their sexual gender identity. I'm serious. I'm reading that. Jesus Christ.
What are you reading it from?
Wikipedia, I think.
Oh, all right. So that's a bit queer too. All right.
Anyway, moving on. What else we got?
Not really.
Thailand. Here we another stupid one coming up. Hang on. So what do you think, John? If you're honestly, if you're sort of like a few boys or something like that, or boys dress up as girls, do you think they should be able to get married and
Oh, look, I grew up in a Catholic society and all the rest of it. So, and I grew up on a farm, and
oh, here we go.
We didn't have, we didn't have a couple of cows just.
The New Zealanders coming out, Johnny now.
The back end of the paddock. So we're just going to live our life out here in harmony and forget about the rest of yous. The whole part about it is, I suppose, to look on the larger spectrum, if two people make each other happy and they don't upset anybody else and just go about their lives, who gives a shit?
Right. So that was a no, I take it.
Oh, good on you, Mark.
Not the 1700s, Jesus.
The whole part about it is, you swing with what you want and hang out on what you want. Go for it.
Hang out.
I don't really give a shit.
But John, they can't have babies. They can't have babies.
Oh, yeah. As far as this marriage thing that seems to be, so much of their grievance. Well, marriage is for a man and a woman. I hate to tell them, get yourself a common law agreement or something like that and say, there, darling, I brought you home this legal document, sign here. Don't try and legitimize or
What would you say if your friends were getting married, like both your best mates, right, on the boy side, and what would you actually buy them for a wedding present?
A blow-up doll.
Buy them some stick magazines, like male ones. Oh dear.
Otherwise, it'd have to be an all-meat buffet. So feed the man meat.
Yeah. Little boy. What are the little sausages? Little boys they call them.
Yeah, little boys.
Yeah. Fucking joke. Yeah, they call little sausages in Australia little boys. The small what do you call them? Hot dogs. Little tiny ones. They call them little boys.
Yeah.
Little boy sausages.
Little party size one.
Okay, your turn to be the woman today. Oh.
I don't know if Stephen's willing to show you what one looks like, but
No. I have a big boy, thank you.
Oh, you haven't
I
got
actually
the
know
full
mine.
Samalot.
I call
Yeah.
my. I got a name for my one. I call it Thumper.
Yeah, you gotta, yeah, I know where that come from. Get up, you mongrel, get up.
No, I used to joke with when you're trying to get onto a woman or something, you start talking about sexy things. Like, yes, I got a name for my dick. What's that? A thumper. I go, used to get away with it sometimes. Most of the times I get slapped across the face. Grew up on a farm myself, and saw plenty of bullying with other bulls.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a sexual preference thing; it was domination.
Well, I don't want to be on the bottom of the food chain, John. Jesus. Anyway, that's our thoughts on Thailand marriage. But all jokes aside, I can't see a problem with it. All jokes aside.
The thing is, the Western world, kind of politically, not socially, but politically went that way. And the whole part about it is a lot of Asian countries and, there's acceptance to a certain extent.
That's to a certain extent. That's the operative word, yes, to a certain extent.
The real part about it is to stand up and make demands of something that is beyond your reach. They may as well say, well, I want to win Powerball on Saturday night.
Yeah, beyond your reach? Oh, Jesus. Beyond your tongue's reach? Where would they lick things? What would happen? There'd be no licking involved, would there? Oh, hi, Sam. Oh, you don't have to do that, Sam. G'day, mate. How you going? You know Sam, don't you? Remember Sam?
Yep,
I go to a live stream every now and then. I just sit there and listen to it. It's good. It's one of the only ones I look at, actually. Seen Banksy over there?
Oh, well,
G'day,
Sam. Sam's a good sport. So's Banksy.
Don't tell anybody, but I actually watch her movies too. What were you doing the other day, Sam? I was just having a bath.
Hey, Bobby, I've got a full collection of ABBA records. And yes, I'm not gay. And yes, I have been divorced. But, the whole part about it is the ABBA recordings were mine. They're all mine. They're mine.
I remember that time you and Mark Loveridge were having a party. Oh, we finished the stream and they were backstage doing the ABBA impersonation, facing each other. Mamma mia!
Here we go again. My. Yeah, especially if you change a few of the words, it can be quite funny.
Oh, Mark. Listen to this one. If you had the same clothes size, Bobby Crush, you would double your wardrobe. No fighting over the dresses, would there? Ooh.
Oh, that was like Stephen and I were talking earlier on. The house saga continued. We went down again to the display house and, what's this, what's that? And they said, the doorway. Stephen said to me, are you getting one of those bigger doorways so you have a grander entrance? And I said, no, I'm getting a smaller one. No fat bitches allowed. Yeah. I suppose I'll go through that drama again one day over in Thailand. What, a doorway?
No, build a house. I'll probably build one in Chiang Rai, I think. Yeah.
Mr. Clark, you can't fit through a 760
you
doorway.
reckon?
Oh, you need a 1240.
The big shoulders.
No, not about the shoulders.
Oh, Mr. Slyam, you just need a slit in the door you can fit through. It's like an envelope.
Yeah, just go sideways.
Come on and say hello, JG. You're interesting. I'll put a click up.
Come
on, Mark. Come on and say hello. Don't be shy.
Yeah, it's only it's only a night of taking a bit of piss out of each other and having a bit of fun, mate.
Yeah.
As
I
per
know where you
normal.
live, John. I know where you live.
I know. I know where you live too.
Oh. Yeah, good to see you there, Sam. Come on a panel, it'll be great. you know Sam, so you go watch him. He does good videos, actually. Gets a lot of viewing.
Yeah,
He's been on here before.
I've been busy doing a bit of stuff. I used to quite often when I had a bit more free time and locked up with COVID jail. I used to watch Sam quite regularly because
Yeah, she does good shows.
entertainment. Yeah.
Excel, put a link up to her. Hang on. How do you do that?
Sam
Put a link up to yeah, she's got a like Tonica.
Yeah, Harriet.
Put a link up to your channel, Sam, if you can do that. I think you got a spanner. Give us a look at your mark. Show yourself. You turn your camera off for a sec, mate. All right, you can turn it off if you like. Turn it off if you like, or you can leave it on.
Ugly.
Yeah, put him on. You going to put him on?
Yeah.
Right.
G'day,
Mark. How
you
mate?
doing?
Good day, everybody. Oh, I can't see any of the chat, so I haven't got my phone with me. It's on charge in the other room. So I've been relegated to the back of the house. She's busy again today, and I've just come home from the pub watching the Bathurst because I couldn't get it on my TV or computer here because
Oh, was what Mathis on today, was it?
Yeah. Bloody hell, Steve. And you know what? Friggin' they called them Holden, but they're not. GMH vehicle won. And I'd tell you what, the last 37 laps were really, really good.
Yeah, no, it was not a bad race.
So what cars did they have in it?
V8.
What did the Fords race? What did they have?
The Mustangs or whatever
Mustang.
they are.
Oh, Mustang.
Yeah. Mustang coming fourth.
And the Chevrolet.
Is that supposed to be GMH, is it?
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
the traditionalists were calling, Holden. Yeah, well, if that had been a Holden, it would have lost it away, but anyhow.
Oh, stop it. So what were they racing the GM? What were they racing? What car?
Oh, one with four wheels, and it went better than the other ones.
Good answer.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll write that down. How do you spell wheels?
Yeah, the whole thing about it, like I thought to myself,
I'll be back.
You see that, Mark? Did you see that bit?
Hang on, I'll be back.
You got a phone call. You got a phone call, man.
I watched it. You know, I do like.
I didn't know it was on.
Yeah, well, I told you it was on the 5th. Anyhow, at the end of the day, I did like the bit where Van Gisbergen and ended up to a bit of a chase to the finish, and once again, wonderful Dunlop tyres. Both the top two drivers, or the top two, at that stage had tyre problems, and good old Dunlop, yeah, good on you. And he had a tyre problem. He had to pull out, and he went from 2nd to 18th, and that was it. But he did win the series, Van Gisbergen. But
I'm just looking at the cars now. Shit.
Yeah, that's it. They had a kangaroo and was that a wallaby? One of the two.
It's got the car's got a friggin' Holden badge on it.
Yeah, look, it's not a Holden. It's General Motors.
Well, it always was.
No, but you know, the whole part about it is when they stopped it being a production car race, you know, it lost it for me. But you know, it's a part of our heritage. We kind of watch it. We'll have a bit of a look at it.
Just want to know what sort of car the GM one was. Oh, I'll have a look at that later. Anyway, let's get back to Thailand. No, I didn't know I would have watched that if I knew it was on.
That'd be wonderful.
Enjoy watching that. Yeah. All right, back to Thailand.
So once again,
Thailand faces high risk of mass killings. Did you know that facing mass killings in Thailand? Let's read on.
Chrysler Holden. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Chrysler Holden.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Thailand has been declared as a high-risk nation when it comes to possibility of mass killing taking place. Wow, did you know that? And second place was America, who fiddled with the books. According to foreign group that monitors policy and religion conflict worldwide, in the latest annual report of the US-based. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's like the fucking Olympics. How many people can be killed? You got a nasty image of me. No, I'll give that one a miss. Jeez, what a load of shit. Oh, the PM has ruled out immediate lockdown. You're safe. Hang on, let's have a look. Just let it roll. Here we go. The Prime Minister, Priyat Chinnacha, you know him, don't you? He's a fun guy, has insisted Thailand will not reimpose an immediate national lockdown despite concerns over the new coronavirus variant Omicron. It's like Godzilla, you know that Omicron Godzilla. Hey, bastard, camera just hit itself. Where was it? There, wasn't it? Yeah. Lucky it didn't go any further. But he said schedule for easing of COVID measurements for night entertainment venues might be postponed until another month amid concerns over the variant which has been detected in at least 24 countries around the world. There you go. So they're going to they're thinking about going into not opening the bars, which will disappoint a lot of people. Terrible, really. Yeah. When's it all going to end, Stubbsy? Get back to Thailand. Do you remember that time we went when before you left that day? We went to that pub thing, restaurant. That was a good day, that wasn't it? I want to go back there one day. I get across there. I just like sitting there. Were the Shan girls there when you were there, Stubbsy? When me and you were there? What was the name of it? That restaurant we went to. Yeah, it's good. Asked by the media if any anti-COVID measures for night entertainment venues would be eased, Priyat said this matter might be further postponed to monitor the situation closely for another month. Great stuff. State agencies have also been instructed to come up with a remedy. What's the remedy going to be? Oh. Measures for nightlife businesses, which will be submitted to the cabinet to approval by Priyat Chinnacha, said. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Just fucking around in circles. Do you know the thing was with that, what was the name of that virus? Or whatever it was. They found that it's not as deadly as they first thought. And nobody has died from it. That's what I read probably Thursday. I don't know if anybody's died from it since. So they locked down a whole fucking country over that. The Australians are trying to do the same thing as well, John. So I pick on Thailand.
You know, the whole thing about it is, okay, it hasn't been easy over the last few years. People are scared. And governments are scared, but at the cost of starving their own people to death, and you know, so if they just kind of put up their rules, did it right, and enforce them, which Thailand are very good at doing that, and just let things flow. You know, as we've seen through the week, there's been a lot of videos up of different people, different bloggers. And they said, oh, well, you know, things are starting to open up in Bangers, and, you know, things are really bad in Pattaya and all the islands, and, you know, not all the islands, but things are starting to, you know, find their feet again. And you've got governments dictating. Well, I think people have had enough right across the whole frigging world, because it to me, it's gone from health problem to a political problem. And the political part of it is all about their power and crap like that.
Nuts. Oh,
yeah, Jürgen, that's all right. That's all right. Alexa, you didn't have to delete it, Jürgen. I've seen plenty of people you know, putting up stuff around Bangkok.
Look, guys, I don't know if you know Nile. I think it's called Nile in Thailand, isn't it?
That's right, Nile. Yeah.
If you want to see what's going on there, I mean, Niall's doing terrific videos. He's getting out there and giving it an effort. But he doesn't say, oh, look, this one's closed. Oh, look, this one's closed. Oh, he shows you what's friggin' open, you know. And he seems to be having a great time over there. Personally, I think I'd love to be over there right now without all the stupid phylungs over there. You'd have a great time. I mean, if you hang around the fucking bars and shit like that, I mean, never really did that. But, you know, find a bar open somewhere, I suppose. I'd go to 7-Eleven, grab a slab and sit out the front and abuse people as they're walking past. Do you do that, Mark?
Yeah, I do. Hello. Sorry about
that. Do you throw your empty cans at them when they're going past?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm a philung. I know everything.
No, I'm very, very respectful here.
So am I, mate. I was just joking.
Yeah. No.
You don't last long if you're not.
No, you know what? I went and bought I don't know what size bottle of Coke in the glass bottle, and it's great. You can, I think they're, I don't know, call them 400 mil, 375 mil of Coke, and just, you know, about 150 meters down the soy towards the intersection, and it was 20 baht. And I didn't speak. My Thai is not that good, and her English is, well, non-existent. But anyway, I took it, and then she said, all I got out of it was come back. And when I bought the empty bottle back, because that's what she wanted, I got 12 baht back. How's that?
Yeah,
8 baht for a Coke. So,
how much is that?
Well, it's 23.8 or 23.9 baht to $1 at the moment.
50
How much was a Coke?
Let's say,
Jesus
let's
Christ.
say 50.
And what are they at hhome? I never drank much Coke at home, and I don't drink much Coke here. But I'm sure they're $2 a can at least, or $3 a can.
$1.50 if you buy them in bulk, I think.
If you're buying 60 of them, yeah.
Yeah. Good day, Ez. How you going?
How are you, man?
Good stuff.
You know, g'day, Jeff. How you doing?
34 cents. Thanks, Andy.
Oh, started rashy. I'm going to need a fortune. I'm going to spend it all on beer. What was I going to say? Something? Well, how are you finding living in Thailand, mate? You getting along with everybody over there okay?
Yep, absolutely. So I was sitting here yesterday before I went to the pub yesterday. I call it a pub, bar, whatever you want. Sitting on a beach, my new favourite hangout. I'm turning into my old man boys, because it's about 3 days a week that I'm down the bloody rubbity now. So
careful.
I'm still holding on to my 34-inch waist and 95 kilo frame. But I tell you what, it's got to work a little bit harder in the mornings in the pool.
So let me ask you. Go on. Sorry, mate. Go on.
No, go on.
Now, how are you finding? So you go to a pub and stuff like that, or your little pub. You find running into many phylungs, and what's your attitudes like, or are they know-it-all arseholes and shit like that?
No.
Experts.
So where I go, it's in Malimpum Beach. So Johnny knows where that is. It's about 5 or 6 minutes down the road from where I am currently. It's owned by I call him a POM. He came to Australia when he was about 18 or 19. He worked on the old Oriana P&O cruise ships for all you old blokes that remember that back in the 80s. And then he spent 36 years running. When he left P&O, he spent 36 years running all the Hard Rock cafes between Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne. So still speaks with an English accent, so I still call him Pommy Steve. But down there's Welshmen, there's Scotsmen, there's Belgians, there's even other clogwogs down there. There's other Dutchies down there. There's a few Aussies down there. I'm not the youngest bloke down there. There's a couple of Belgian blokes that actually work here in Thailand, so they're there. But probably from the retired ones, I'm probably one of the younger ones that I've met so far down there. But otherwise, everybody is really, really good. And I mean, it's just no bullshit. I mean, yeah, they hang shit on me, but I hang shit on them. But it's all in that, that typical,
So what is it? Is it a beach bar or something? Is it?
Yeah, it's a beach bar. It's a beach bar. I don't mind giving it a shameless plug for you guys that ever come over to Rayong. It's called the Sun Moon. It's called the Sun Moon Bar on Malimpum Beach.
Moon Bar.
Sun Moon Bar.
It's all right.
Well, he advertises on Facebook and stuff, and he's just a really, really, really nice fella. And all those guys are really nice fellas. So
pick up a link if you like, Mark. If you know what it is.
Well, I don't know how to do that. I'm not that smart.
Sun Moon Bar.
Sun Moon Bar, Malimpum Beach, Rayong Province. Right on the beach. It's just really relaxed. And you can get your food if you want pork pies, or you want cheesecakes, or you want souvlaki's, any food that you want. If you're sort of too lazy to order it yourself, you just give him an order at the start of the week, and by the end of the week, you've got all these pork pies and stuff that are sitting there waiting for you to pick up. So,
what are they charging for the pies?
I think they're 70 baht, John, for a decent, and they're really, really, really nice pork. They are full of pork, man. They're a decent sized pie.
Yeah,
with real meat, and a nice gravy inside.
I used to get them in Bangkok for about 150 baht each. Weren't real good either.
Little cheesecakes, just the small ones. 50 baht. Food's so cheap. I don't know. Quick funny story. I was drinking lots of Leo when over there, and then of course, I've got to drive home, and of course I'm a responsible driver. But let's just say I was right on the limit drinking Leo. So the next time I went down there and I said, "Oh, listen, Steve, have you got a light beer for me?" So he hands me these San Miguel lights. So I start drinking all these San Miguel lights, and I'm feeling good, right? And then I drive home after having my 6 or 7 San Miguel lights, and I'm talking to a bloke that over in Hua Hin, who I've become quite pally with in Hua Hin, and he says to me, "Mark, San Miguel is still 5-point-something percent.
5.2.
I said, "Why the hell are they saying light beer then?" I said, "How much are these Leos?" And he said, "They're the same, but he said they're just low in carbs." And I'm thinking, obviously, I don't get pissed if I haven't got all that starch and carbohydrates in me.
I used to drink it all the time. That one in Melbourne, what's that called? That Pure Blonde. Who used to make that?
Yeah, Carlton. Carlton used to make that. Yeah,
I used to drink it all the time.
Pure Blonde.
Yeah. It was in a clear bottle, Johnny.
Oh yeah, I know the stuff. I've drank it, mate. I've drank it.
It's all right.
The whole part about it is, as far as Stephen's comment, I haven't found a Pure Blonde.
Fair enough.
Yeah, all right.
Moving right along. Yeah.
But he operates the same as in any bar in Thailand. So as soon as you finished your stubby, another one's in your stubby holder, and then when you're ready to check out, you just go check bin, and you pay your dues. The most expensive afternoon I've had there was 1,000 baht. So I'll let you guess how many beers I had, and I didn't drive home that day. But normally my tab's about 400 or 500 baht. So
you and I've had a little drinkies together. And
how much is a beer worth, Mark?
I think it's about 70 baht, 60 baht.
Mark and I've had little drinkies together, and 1,000 baht. He would have been talking Braille.
I was talking Braille.
Does your missus drink, Mark?
She's typical Thai, Steve. So she'll sniff the cork, and then she's like a turtle with her legs stuck up in the air. She's out cold just by sniffing the cork.
Right.
Is she not a big drinker?
No, I've never met a chicken tolerance a big drink. Oh, I did meet one actually, freaking alcoholic. She had a red nose. Ooh, she was a beauty.
Oh,
God, she used to knock them off. Wow.
What was her
Post,
name?
Her name was Post. She worked at the post office.
Oh, well,
she
I
liked
was
to
just
drink.
wondering because Rudolph had a red nose. I don't know what his sister's name was.
GD Mead, I agree with you. And
So,
if I'm down there by myself, I pace myself. But I was down there with my missus. We'd met some other couples with Thai, so she was okay chatting to them. She'd had a what we used to call leg openers, those alcoholic fizzy drinks with the colours, whatever they are, Bacardi breezes or something. I don't know what they were in Thailand, but that's what we used to call them once upon a time. So she'd had one of them. So we sort of tossed a coin who was more pissed. And everybody that was in the bar said, "No, Mark, you're more pissed than your missus is."
Bobby.
So what about the bar? Does the bar get?
You're dreaming.
I was reading that.
You're dreaming. That don't you mean 9 minutes? Is that that'd be a
9-minute mile
mistake? Yeah.
Supposed to take a break, Bobby. Jesus, 9 months solid. Wow.
Yeah, Bobby's a bit of a marathon man. 9 minutes.
Oh, geez, it could be like sandpaper. Anyway, so do many people get in the bar, Mark, or is it?
Yeah. So today there was a lot. There was me and 3 other Aussies. There's always it's like Cheers, or it's like a country pub in Nyora. Where you get the same people that show up just about every day. So he probably had about 14 people in there. Sometimes there was a few less, sometimes there was a few more, but I would say average for the 4 or 5 hours that I sat there today, there was probably about, I'd say 14 solid numbers there for the majority of the time. So he's got a few tables you can sit out, and he's got ready to, you guys have been to Thailand. You can snap your fingers and all of a sudden you're getting 25 mil of rain beaten down on you. So he's ready to go with storm covers straight away. But because he faces south, so he faces south, looking into the Gulf of Thailand,
straight into the rain.
But opposite, in the water there, as Johnny might know, there's a whole lot of military boats that are parked right offshore. So you've got frigates and you've got patrol boats, because next door, just on the corner there, is a naval base. And apparently one of the princesses has got a house there and she stays there. So whenever the princess is in town, the Navy boats do a lot more patrolling. But there's no police there. So he's had no problems in operating his establishment, because it's basically Melampum Beach and area is a military controlled area, so the police don't go down there, and the military, they don't give a rat's ass what people do. So
Stubbsy, you've got to get there first.
He's here in February, but I was watching him on
maybe.
I don't know whether he's going to get down here, because I haven't seen any nudist beaches, and Andy seems to be quite obsessed with nudist beaches at the moment. So
Oh, no,
Well,
he's doing he works for National Geographic. He just takes pictures.
Oh,
of
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually going to say he got
They
it
just he
thrown
got
out.
sacked from his last job. They wanted to know what the raincoat was for.
No, he got us thrown out of one pub because he kept on parading around naked. But anyhow, it's no reflect on his character. He's a wonderful person. He just
He
believes
is.
in nature.
Yeah, with a telephoto lens
Yeah.
from the bushes.
Yeah. Oh, that's paparazzi. That's paparazzi, isn't it?
But look, I'm sure you've covered it, or you're going to cover the news. But at the moment, Thailand are not concerned about this Omicron variant. They're not shitting themselves.
G'day, Frank.
This stage. They're Frank. They're not shitting themselves at the moment. In fact, I don't know whether you've covered it, but in Pattaya now, bars that have been classified as restaurants under their government whatever can now serve alcohol. So yeah, but you got to have a steady supply of Chico rolls and chips and chicken McNuggets and stuff, and then you're allowed to serve alcohol. So
yeah, that's right. It's classed as a restaurant.
yeah, it's not all the time. The bit that I read, and I haven't read it because I've been in a permanent state of inebriation for the last 2 days, was that you could open for like 3 or 4 hours, but just before lunch, go to say, I'm going to make figures up, so no one quote me, please. So go to 2 or 3 o'clock, and then from, I don't know, 5 or 6 o'clock until closing. And I've heard mixed reports on when closing is. I thought it was 10 o'clock. Others have said 11. So I'm not sure, but I'm sure that'll all be released. But it means that at least in the afternoon, you can have a beer. I know that the go-go bars, not that I've ever been in one, nor would I advocate anyone ever visiting one. No, I don't. I don't advocate that. You can do whatever the hell you want. Is that there's got to be still social distancing. But I was at on Pattaya Beach last weekend for the fireworks, and I tell you, it was cheek to jowl. You couldn't move. It was just the beach was cramped.
You're pretty close to Sunnydip, are you?
I will be. So at the moment, I'm in the centre of Rayong City, and I've bought a house in Bang Chang, which is around the corner from Sunnydip, and it's only 15 minutes from my place into Jom Tiem. You know, add another 5 or so minutes, and you're into Pattaya.
I used to go to Sunnydip a lot. I've got friends there. We used to stay at their house when we were going to Pattaya and shit. And lovely little restaurant there. It's on the end of the wharf. We used to go there all the time. Beautiful restaurant. They have really nice food.
Okay. Well, I have been down to Sunnydip once.
Yeah, it's good. No, it's not bad.
Yeah. Mainly because I missed the turn off to when I was coming down out of Jom Tiem to turn to go to Rayong. Missed the turn off and ended up going all the way down to Sunnydip and then around the coast. And until you got towards where Utapao Airport, and then I had to go straight north because obviously that's all airport land and stuff. So you can't. It's not the coast road all the way.
Oh, Sunnydip's a nice little town. I was actually thinking of buying there, but we never done it. But yeah, very good. I like it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend's got a nice house there. He's got a unit. They actually they're Swedish. Good friends of me, missus. Used to go to school with her. Got a nice little house there, or condo, whatever you call it. Not a condo, a unit.
Okay. Yeah.
They're doing up okay. But we used to go there probably once a month. Used to go to the Wednesday night thing with Kevin and Colin and stay at their place.
Yeah. So I was getting ready to go out yesterday, and so my missus had a client came in, and I'd met this woman before. She's returning customer.
What does she do? Do you mind me asking? What sort of work does she do? Do you mind me asking? Don't answer. You're going to dock yourself.
No, runs an illegal brothel.
Oh, right. Okay. Did you get a discount?
staff of one. She runs a nail salon, and but her trade is clothes alterations and repairs. And then when COVID hit the situation, she diversified, and now she makes probably 5 times the money doing fingernails than what she does doing clothes alterations. But anyway, she had this woman come in, and yesterday the woman brought her husband, who happened to be an Aussie. So so he's here in Rayong, and he's building a house with his wife. He's from Sydney. She spoke almost perfect English. So she'd been to Sydney a few times, and now he's been over here for about nine months or so, retired. So I would put his age at maybe about 65, 66 or thereabouts. So
what are you doing? You're buying a house, yeah?
Yeah. So we bought a house that was, when we put a deposit down on it, was at about 90% completed. It's now 100% completed. But for those that have been to Thailand or have any interaction with the governments here, bureaucracy is tenfold over here as compared to your home countries. So we're just waiting now on the blue book. So for her to take ownership of the house. But we won't be moving in because we're already renovating a brand new house. Go figure. So there you go.
Yeah, go figure, right?
That's
what are the house prices like in that area, mate?
So where I am in Bunchang, they go anywhere from about 2.9 million to about 5.6 million baht.
2.6. What did you say? 2.6.
Bet 5.6. So 2.8 to 5.6 million is the houses vary in price.
Geez, that's good, isn't it?
So look, all up, and it's 120,000 Australian dollars. So if you think of it,
Jesus Christ,
you think about it in perspective like that, and it's not a huge amount of money. And the repayments that we've been, and because I gave a bit of a deposit, not a huge amount, I gave $500,000 in deposit, which was, I don't know, what's that, 20 grand, 18 grand?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Our repayments are 16,000 baht per month. Now, as I said, put that in perspective. It's a 3-bedroom home, 3-bathroom home. It's already got a double carport. It's a nice size home for 16,000 baht. As I said,
hang on. Geez, that'd be cheaper than renting.
Well, that's right. So that's right.
My friend's just bought one in. Another friend I got, an Aussie. He's just bought one in Sattahip. He paid. What did he pay? It was a bloody big house, second hand, but it's old. What did he pay? He paid 1.5 for it. It's old. But geez, you want to see it? Jesus Christ, what a buy! That's in Sattahip, in the town. Yeah, I think.
So
I've got a lot of friends in Sattahip.
This is in a gated community. It has a 25.
Yours gated,
a 25-meter pool. It has a gymnasium. It has conference centres. Right. It has beautiful landscape gardens. There's I don't know how many groundskeepers that it has, but there's a team of them. And look, I know. I've driven around. You got COVID, mate. Can I catch it over the internet or not?
No, I got cigarettes.
Actually, we should be wearing masks.
Oh fuck! I'm going to put mine on. Oh, sorry, I swore.
Yeah, right.
I'm putting my mask on.
With that gated community, you would have a monthly upkeep fee, correct?
Correct. Now, this is going to shock you. So, are you both gentlemen sitting down? Is the audience sitting down? So,
no, I'm standing up, for fuck's sake.
The body corporate fees, I'll call them, waived for the first 2 years. So it's costing me 5/5 of 5/5 of FL for the first 2 years, and then 1,000 baht per month after that.
Well, that's
So,
still
40
that's still quite.
40 bucks
So
a
you got
month.
so you got about 17,000 baht a month, yeah? Jeez, that
No,
is cheap.
1,000.
That's with your
1,000.
repayments and shit, yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
correct,
So 70,
correct.
that's good. Now,
And
how many years do you have to take that out of? How many years is that over?
is this
The
just
rest of
between
his
us?
life.
Is this
The
is
rest
this
of
just,
his life.
is this just between us?
No, we're not live. We're not live. I'm telling you, no one's
all
there.
right. So
It's just between us and the rest of the world. Yeah,
all right.
not a
So
problem.
some of you might know that I used to work in the government sector, and the day I turn 60 is I can access my super and I can grab something like 230 odd thousand tax free. Won't impact my super. So I said to them that I'll pay this off on my 60th birthday. So basically 4 years I'll pay it off.
So a couple of days, yeah.
Couple
All right.
of days.
We've got an expert on at the moment. It's
Couple of days, mate. Couple of days.
it's Dave. Treat this guy with respect. I'm so glad he's come on. This is he's a guru of Thailand. Hello, guru.
Oh, look at this bloke.
G'day, Jay.
He's dressed. He's dressed up like James Bond. He's laying back on the couch. Where's Miss Moneypenny?
He looks like
good
James
stuff.
Bond too.
Have you met Jay before, Mark?
I've seen him.
Yeah, he's a good guy, good friend of ours.
Hey, Mark.
I've seen him on wanted posters in the local post office.
He's wanted worldwide.
You're another one with COVID. God, I'm getting worried sitting on the internet here. Everyone's coughing and wheezing and farting.
Mark,
It's because of their smoking habit.
All right.
Actually, I haven't told anyone, but I am actually home. I'm not allowed to work.
Oh,
What?
really?
Well, too young.
Self-isolation.
Yeah. So I'm sitting waiting for the COVID test to get back.
Oh, okay.
You've been licking
Well,
things, have you?
Hopefully it's all right.
Yeah, everywhere, Stephen.
Licking everywhere.
Hey, Buick.
Stop licking.
That's it, Jeff. Jeff, you're right. Because me and the wife took a little bit different road to Mark and others. Originally, we were going to build a modest dwelling over in Thailand. We said, well, the thing is, sales, foreigners, the whole lot, broken dreams, God knows what. You can pick up a place if you want to live there or whatever for two bits of F all. 2 bits of F all. So we thought, well, we'd do a little bit of a thing to say, well, we'll build another place here, which is obviously a higher price tag, but the whole part about it is you can sell it in 5 minutes, not years or open to best offer or who wants to move in type of thing,
And that's really good point, Johnny, is that you buy real estate here, right? There's houses for sale here. The same houses are still for sale. And I haven't been in Thailand for 18 months, and yet the same homes are still for sale. You just don't see that in Australia. If a house is on the market for too long, you're probably well overpriced. But people want to move houses wherever they are. They're selling them for a reason. I know the money that I spend on this house now, but I'm not here to make money out of a property and then sell it in 5 years' time. When I move to my next home, it's going to be a cardboard box as they light me on fire, and then my wife and daughter here, they will have the house. So
that won't happen, mate. No, that won't happen. We'll do a bit of crowdfunding. We'll get you something made of wood, mate.
Um,
How tall are you? We'll order it now.
a
6
box.
6
6
foot.
foot, all right.
A box.
We'll get you a 5
but-
foot. We'll get you a 5 foot box. We might have to use a chainsaw on the cadaver.
Yeah, but it's
Cheers.
got to be a little. It's got to be a bit wider than standard. That's all.
All right.
Get off the grass. What are you talking about? 34-inch waist.
Yeah, but we didn't talk about the rest of it. No, have you ever seen anybody ever seen the Michelin Man?
All right.
They're suck of the
Oh,
sav,
geez, you're
mate.
fucking nasty, John.
They're suck of the sav.
Do
I
something,
like
Jay.
that.
Get him in, pull him in a line,
I
please.
like taking the piss out of Mark because he enjoys it.
You reckon?
Yeah, I do.
Did you get
I
that
do.
bra I posted over to you yet or not?
Yeah, thanks, man.
Oh, fucking block
bit-
him, block him, block him.
Bit on the small side. Double D. What were you thinking?
Yeah, that's it.
My friend Mark, he used to live in Werribee. He packed everything and sold his house and went over there. I think he paid. He got a 2-story house near the airport over there in Shanghai. He paid. I think it was 1.5 for a 2-story house. Bloody nice too.
Yeah.
And he furnished it. He spent about 200 or 300 on the furniture. Bloody really good. Geez, you can get a fucking bargain over there.
Look, I'm
You live the dream.
I'm a foot in the door. I've still got property in Australia. I've still got property in Essendon. So, you know, so
I'll marry you with that. You have to do that. That's. Ooh. Oh, you're
nothing
you're,
flash.
I was in Avondale Heights.
Yeah, no, it's nothing flash. It's a 2-bedroom apartment. So, you know,
Okay.
it's not some
still be worth a quid.
$2.5 million bloody 1930s type, you know, double brick home. It's a it's just a 2-bedroom apartment. But look, you know,
What are you doing? You renting that out, or is it empty?
Look, I've decided only this week. I was more than happy enough to keep it empty, but I decided this week to put tenants in, so they'll be moving in on the 12th of this month or 10th of this month.
Well, you get a
whatever
nice
it is.
packet for that. Nice retirement package.
Oh well, yeah. Look, money comes in, and so that's okay.
No, that's all right.
Wonderful man. You're going to be paying taxes in Australia. That's
Yeah,
a
well,
terrific gesture, Mark.
I'm paying taxes in Australia regardless.
Oh, I know. I'm just taking the piss, mate.
I knew you wouldn't give up on your country, mate.
No, well, as the French say, when I left Australian shores, I didn't say goodbye. I said au revoir, which means
I shall
Stick it in
return.
your ass.
I'll be back. So
Yeah.
Au revoir is I shall return. Yes.
I
that's
shall
the thing.
return.
I had no intentions of returning to Australia when I was over there. No intentions.
Yeah, well, that worked well, Stephen.
Well, yeah, your only child works real fucking well, doesn't it?
Every time I travelled overseas, after 3, 4, or 6
American
months, I kind
size,
of went,
you're a cheeky
I'm
bugger, ain't you,
going
Stubbs?
home. I'm sick of this shit. I need to replenish my brain cells.
Do you miss? Hey, Mark, do you miss the Dim Sims? Have I told you about that? You know where to get them from?
No, I haven't found the Dim Sims yet.
They're
but
easy to find. They're everywhere. You're
I was
looking in the wrong spot.
I was watching Waz's chat on Saturday morning, and Todd Austin thinks he's found, or someone in the chat said that he thinks they've found where you can get even maybe Chico. Oh no, I think that Chico rolls are in Australia, but yeah, Dimmies. Yeah, look, you know, there's a few things, but look, I had some.
There's a big supplier in Bangkok selling everything. 4 and
Oh, look, you
25s,
can.
everything.
And look,
Chico
it's-
rolls, dim sims,
Chico rolls, everything's there.
spring rolls.
There's
It's
a
in
place
Bugner.
here. There's a place here in Jom Tiem, or over in Jom Tiem, called Tinny's Pies. I've mentioned him before.
Oh, yeah.
He owned a pie shop in Launceston, up there in Lornie, and
Yeah,
he even sells snot blocks. So I can get
What's a snot block?
Johnny. You want to educate him? snot block. Oh, Christ almighty. It's a vanilla slice. God almighty.
Yeah.
Oh, snot block.
Yeah, snot block.
That's how I
Yeah.
made that one.
You got
And
the
you-
the two wafers, the custard. And
Do you know
vanilla
five-star? Do you know
And both-
five-star chicken?
Hang on, and both you, yeah, I've seen them. Both you blokes pertain
Well,
to
what you
being,
do?
but hang on, I haven't finished my rant. You both,
Yeah,
you reckon
alright.
you're ex-Victorian. One's in Victoria, one's an ex-Victorian, and you don't even know what a snot block is.
No.
Well, some of us grew up
Must be an Essendon thing.
in different cultures, Mark.
You and I weren't that far
Anyway,
apart.
Mark.
A
Anyway, Mark,
vanilla
go to
slice is
Oh,
five-star chicken, and they got dim sims there. They fry them for you.
oh, okay.
Exactly the same. Five-star chicken. They're only little ones.
Yeah.
You get them on a stick, right? They're exactly the same.
All right. I've
Next time
seen
you
I've
go.
seen them about.
No,
So yeah, there's a young Melbourne guy over here trying to make his way in the YouTube world. I'll give him a shameless plug if that's all right. Is that okay, moderators?
Yeah, go for it.
yeah,
So
go for it.
Martin's Thai Life. Martin's Thai
that one.
Life. Martin's Thai Life. So he's a young
What
bloke.
plug?
in
Not 20.
I wanted to make sure everyone had a chance to get their pen out and spell his name correctly. But he's a young Melbourne lad, and he's doing all sorts of things. And actually, he's not that
Did you
far
say
from your
vegan?
earliest. No, but he's the subject that matter when you first went online. He's quite the expert in that as well. Let me say no
Okay.
more. Watch the videos. Martin's Thai Life. But he's out there interviewing Tinny's Pies. He's out there interviewing people from Five Star Chicken. He's doing kebab crawls for Pattaya for all you blokes that want to know where to get a kebab from. Mark, some of them call them cum cakes. I haven't heard that, Tom. But I'll stick with the snot block. Cum cakes. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, Mark. That's an Essendon thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure where. I know where Dom's from. I mean, I know he's north of the Yarra, but I don't know. Maybe he's had an interesting life. Cum cakes. Anyway,
Jesus, Tom B.
there's a whole hour's conversation on Dom and his food eating habits, I reckon. What happened?
Oh, well. There we go there.
He has a food
right.
truck in Thailand. He does, Andy. He does indeed. How much do
Who's
you
that?
pay on income tax? I don't know if that's directed at me.
Martin.
Oh.
I try to pay as little as possible. As a very wise man once said to an Australian Senate committee meeting, only idiots pay tax. Who was that who said that?
I don't know.
Gordon.
No, Kerry
Yeah,
Packer.
I see people are complaining about taxes in the chat. How much does the Aussies pay in income tax?
It's a sliding scale. It's a sliding.
Too much.
Depends on.
Yeah, but in general.
Well, it all depends on what the average wage is. So, because your first $18,000 that you earn is tax free, then from 18,000 to 27,000 you pay 32 cents in the dollar, and then from 27,000 to 37,000 you might pay 36 in the dollar, and then from 36 to 46 you'll pay 46 cent, 40 cent. I don't know. You can look it up. Australian tax rate.
So it's
that sounds
roughly
like in Sweden. So
32 cents in the dollar, roughly.
Yeah.
So if you earn $1, you pay 32 cents tax.
No, you'd have to anything over $18,000 you make, you have to pay tax on.
I pay 33% in Sweden.
So the difference in Australia. It's not a fixed rate. It's not a fixed rate. You don't.
Yeah, it
say,
isn't in Sweden either.
Yeah. Yeah, so the fair way would be to every single person that earns money in Australia, whether you earn 50,000 or 500,000, if you paid, everyone paid, say, 35% of their gross in tax, that would be a fair way.
Oh,
But anyway, there's another 2 rants for me.
yeah.
You're right,
So
Mark.
the millionaires would be laughing then, would they? And the poor people would be horrible.
No,
Everyone's paying exactly the same percentage of their wages.
Yeah, good idea.
It just means we'd have more accountants in jail, and poor millionaires. That's simple as that.
No, it would work the other way around. You'd have very rich millionaires and very poor people.
Yeah,
ordinary workers.
Kerry Packer, who ran a massive media empire, said back in the 1990s when the federal government hauled him in for a Senate committee, why doesn't your media conglomerate empire, why do you pay 5/5 of fuck all in tax? And he stood there and said, only an idiot would pay tax in this country, and I don't break the rules. I follow the rules that you idiots put in place. So don't call me in here and have a crack at me. I'm paraphrasing somewhat, taking a little bit of poetic license in my rant.
Well, it's the same as the multinational companies pay zero tax and they actually get taxpayer handouts because they operate their businesses and employ Australian people. Now, how's fucking good's that? Hallelujah, brothers and sisters. Yeah, what kind of now that must be a relationship that's illegal because it's got something to do with who's fucking who.
Yeah, Johnny, it's like IKEA, one of the biggest Swedish companies. They don't pay tax in Sweden.
Yeah, because they employ people and they say, oh, we need our money to whatever. Just get
and they move the accounts outside Sweden.
Yeah, a Swedish company that has no money in Sweden.
But they aren't really doing anything illegal. So
no, you just need a good accountant and a good lawyer.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But then again, instead of paying tax, you're paying them bastards and making them rich, and then they've got to worry about them paying tax. That's their problem, isn't it? The never-ending circle.
Yeah.
When you got the money job, John, you claim everything.
Oh, you do, and you need to have. You need to have a smart accountant. I've never advocated doing it myself, my own tax, because you got to keep in touch with all the rules, and a good accountant will know exactly what you can claim for up to the maximums. To me, it was a no-brainer.
My secretary used to do all that. She used to help herself to a lot of money too. Another story. I'll tell you off air one time. I'll tell you off air one time, Mark. You wouldn't believe it.
But companies like Google, right? You know where their registered address is, right?
Cayman Islands.
No, it's like I think it's Ireland, because Ireland are offering the lowest in corporate tax rates in the world to try to get these multi-billion-dollar companies to come to Ireland. So and this is why we pay tax in Ireland. We don't have to pay tax in Australia or America, but I think the feds have catching up with these. Facebook.
Realistically,
companies.
the whole lot of it is just supposed to. I know from working in different countries, for an Australian company, you had to pay taxes. Although we were paid in Australia, and then but you had to access funds. But they said, well, you're earning money there, so you've got to pay tax. You're virtually paying tax in 2 countries, but you could claim some of it back. But the whole part of it was a load of bullshit.
Well, in Vietnam, they're offering free factory and no tax for the first year.
When I
So if you're a large company, shit, that's probably due to China's behaviour.
look, I worked in Europe for a 6-month stint, and I got a huge tax concession. Even though I wasn't getting paid by the Germans, I was still getting paid by Australia. But because I was not in Australia earning my money, so I was basically living away from home. It was like the old living away from home allowance, Johnny.
Yeah,
I got a lot of not a lot of tax back, but I got a nice little refund on a chunk because I'd spent 6 months working in Europe, so out of Australia. So,
but like for the common worker, that's fine. But just what pisses me off is the multinationals that
115 million in under wages, unbelievable.
Pay zero and dictate and carry on. Well, realistically, what they're actually taking from the country is not only their wealth, is our resources, and for that, our people get zilch.
I've got a Buick. Mr. Mitch is currently on a motorcycle tour around southern Thailand. He's with a whole lot of other YouTubers. One of them that I heard Johnny say g'day to earlier, which is got to love Thailand. So that's where Mr. Mitch is. And in fact, when I interrupted the live stream and got off the phone call that I had to take, it was from Mr. Mitch, who was who cyber bombed me or phone bombed me. So I didn't see who it was because the phone flat was over, and I just said, "Oh, look, the phone's ringing," I'll hang up, and it was Mr. Mitch. So he was watching the stream at that time. I don't know where he was going to go and have a shower and get ready to go out, but he's been away for about a week or just over a week doing a motorcycle tour with a whole lot of vloggers.
I don't remember. We were talking about it on Wombat and Kiwi's stream yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember where they are supposed to be today.
So
but they are traveling.
They're in Krabi.
Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah, they're in Krabi today. Yeah.
Stubbsy, they're not because you're a pensioner. If you do the right, you can go for 3 months before they do anything.
Don't you just have to notify them or so? I don't know.
That's right. I'm leaving the country because you're a pack of arseholes and you shit me. I'll be back in three months' time. Yeah. After 3 months, they piss around. But anyhow, who knows? Who knows with what kind of incompetence they've got there now?
Yeah, they did that. And there's another live stream tonight. It'll be late for Australia. It'll be midnight tonight. But what's his name of his channel? Oh shit, Andy, can you put up a link for Chuck? I can't think of the name of the channel. What's his channel? Yeah,
no time to be sad.
Oh, no time to be sad. Yeah, he's doing a live stream.
I think
tonight.
he's streaming now.
Meant to be. Mitch told me 8 o'clock Thailand time. So it's
12 o'clock Aussie time. Yeah,
20 past 5 here at the moment.
Chuck and Page.
Yeah, I thought he was streaming now. I saw the notification before.
Okay. Yeah. That Kiwi and Aussie, the Wombat and Kiwi bar is a great bar too for all you guys that get over here and come down to my side of town. It's in John Siam. It's a fantastic. He's owned by an Aussie bloke. Well, not really Aussie. Born in New Zealand. Yeah, but you know.
And his lady is really nice.
Yeah, she's a she's a copper in Bangkok.
Yep.
Bye, Buick.
The first time I watched their streams, I thought it was funny. At the street level, all the cops were sitting in like the area drinking.
Oh, is that the guy that just films the streets and he sits there and talks? Yeah.
Well, that's so. Steve, the owner of the bar, he's got another bloke in there. Christ almighty. It's another YouTuber by the name of TT, right? So TT is a regular fixture at the bar, and he does all the YouTubing for the Kiwi and Wombat Bar.
Mm.
So, yeah. But most of it's off TT sitting there. TT might have a chat. Every now and again, Steve will get behind the camera or in front of the camera or behind the mic and say g'day. But his wife, she puts up a few streams as well, independently of what TT does. So,
Geez, a lot of vloggers in Thailand, isn't there?
oh, yeah, you can't. You know, I got to walk around with a paper bag on my head just so I can keep my anonymity. There's vloggers on every corner. They're worse than speed cameras.
Yeah, probably wear a mask.
Can you say, Mark? Excuse me. Can you say that again? That word, that wonderful word.
Anonymity. Don't be so precocious. You know I shot.
Oh, I have to look that one up.
You know, Johnny.
Hello,
you know, Johnny. You might show some perspicacity, but that's about all you show.
Knock it off, Mark. I got to spell all these things and look them up.
No, not really.
Hey, Dalo. No, you've never shown perspicacity.
It's pure diligence. It's pure diligence.
You have to look that up in your funk and wagnalls, won't you? Perspicacity.
Yeah, you will.
Hey, Dalo.
Some of the new vloggers are pretty good, but some of them are just fucking garbage, and they shouldn't be doing it. Oh,
look,
geez,
there's a bloke down here in Rayong who goes on a rant. I'm not going to mention his channel at all.
Don't do that. No.
He goes on a complete and utter rant who says that every Thai vlogger over here is breaking the law because they earn money here, which is contradictory to their visa, because they're not allowed to earn money on.
Is he still singing that fucking song?
Yeah, and you know what? You want? Can I tell you?
Has he still got the PayPal and fucking link at the bottom of his screen?
I don't watch him, but I get others that watch him and tell me about him. But
don't get involved with him, mate, ever.
I know where he lives.
Yeah,
so do we.
I've got his address.
Everybody's got that.
It's the most popular. His address.
Mark, take a bit of advice, mate.
Addressed on YouTube more so than Madam Wong's.
Take a bit of advice, Mark. Don't have nothing to do with that guy.
Oh,
talk about him.
I don't. Don't worry.
I don't watch many fights with him.
I don't watch his channel. I've never watched his channel. Others watch it and keep me informed. I'd rather they didn't sometimes, but anyway, that's okay. You got to know your enemy. You got to know your enemy. So
I can't believe he's. He won't be your enemy, Mark, but he'll turn on you. But anyway, I can't believe he's still singing that song.
Oh,
Jesus, he's been doing that for 5 fucking years. Breaking the law, they should be informed.
Anyhow, continue on, gentlemen. Continue on.
Yeah, but like Dom said,
Mark, I've had some fucking lovely run-ins with that guy.
Yeah, well, look, there are some great vloggers here, but I tell you what, I don't know whether there's an oversaturation in the market. They're very respectful. Whenever I've been in Soi Buakhao or Second Road or Beach Road in Pattaya, you see them walking. If you look closely, you might see me as I quickly, put my palm up against the camera and knock them to the ground, a la Mick Gatto style out the front of the Supreme Court in Victoria.
That's it.
Get that camera out of my face.
No,
they're all good.
Niall, how you going, Niall?
Man, here's the man, Niall.
Do you watch Niall's videos?
Hey, Niall.
I do every now and again watch Niall. G'day, Niall. So yeah,
he's probably. I don't know if he's doing the best.
Niall's latest video was a very, very good video.
Well, I haven't watched too many videos of late. I've been, as I said, been on the source.
Yeah, but the thing is, you got real life. You don't have to watch fucking videos, mate.
I'll be
Well,
going back to Thailand shortly. I don't think I'll do any videos. Jesus.
I was gonna type in a comment to you, Niall, saying, "Ask Stephen," but anyhow, it's a little bit different to Stephen's you know, ideas and the way that went. But the whole part about it is, that looked like a nice little place. But you'd have to watch how much alcohol you drank. That's for sure.
I suggest anybody intending to go to Thailand, watch Niall's videos. He's the only one that's getting off his ass and doing proper videos.
Yeah.
The only one. The rest of them are just
pretty well right.
Never mind.
Hang on. Warren shows a bit of stuff around.
Yeah, Warren always, I don't know how he does it, right? But Warren always manages to be entertaining. He always manages it to be entertaining. In my eyes, this is
what
everyone.
drugs are you on? No. Hang on. I've got me conversations mixed up. I'm reading the chat. Now, Warren is
San Miguel
okay.
Today.
Warren can fucking talk underwater.
He can.
Warren, what was it shows what he's doing, and there's nothing wrong with people showing real life. Don't. To me, I've always kind of looked, oh wow, I'm in Thailand, and look at this and look at that. It's a load of bullshit. Real life is what people really want to see, to see if that lifestyle and those, that style of life suits them.
Well, I'll tell you, Johnny, I was going to say, that I've admitted to you privately that I've got a bromance crush with young Paddy Doyle. But you know what? Don't let Paddy know, but I haven't watched the last 4 or 5 of his videos. So I just don't know. I just haven't been interested. I haven't been interested in watching it. I went to turn it on this morning, and I thought, I went and wanted to have a look at the top shootout for Bathurst, and then got everything ready to go to watch the Bathurst instead. So,
yeah, Dale, that's the one.
Vloggers, video and vloggers.
Vloggers while they're vlogging a motorcycle ride.
I mean, they're a good bunch of guys, those. They're a good bunch of guys.
Warren's good fun to go out with. You can get him to shut up.
No, Warren.
Have you met him before, Mark?
No, I haven't. But I am on his. I am on his private Discord. Well, not his private. It's a public Discord group, and he wants everyone to join it there.
Yes,
but I am looking forward to getting up there once the house is all finished and I moved in. So, and then I'll take myself up to Bangkok.
Yep.
The one thing about it, Mark, when you first meet Warren, you go, fucking hell, what am I doing here? The second or third time, he's just a regular person.
Yeah, everybody's a regular person, John.
He fucking never shuts up.
Some say that about me as well.
Yeah. I used to work with Warren. We started Talkback Thailand many years ago. Me and a guy called Kevin. I don't know if you know him.
No, but I have heard of him. Yeah. That's Kev in Thailand, wasn't it?
Yeah. Me and Warren and Kev used to do Talkback many years ago.
He was a bit of a famous YouTuber when I first got onto YouTube about this time last year. So
he's a great guy. Never mind. Yeah, that's why I know that idiot you're saying down in Ray. I was through all that shit.
Okay.
Anyway,
well, let's not mention him again.
Yeah.
So
I didn't even know he was still vlogging. I didn't even watch him.
No, well, I don't think. I don't know whether he's still on the air or not, to be honest. So it'd have to be a couple of weeks ago, the last time that I heard any scuttlebutt about that so-called human being, in inverted commas.
It's a shame he does that because he's quite talented.
Well, that's what people say. As I said, I've never seen him, but people say that he can be quite. He can be if he puts it to good instead of evil.
Oh, bloody hell!
There we go. On 30 minutes left, John. Was good to talk back sex again?
Is that what I missed out on at the start? Was it?
Oh,
Tony, yes, I have changed stubby holders because I started off the stream with 2 beers, and that's why. And the other one was sitting there with a stubby holder around it, and I drank the first one. Shoot me dead, for Christ's sake! Yeah, that's why I've changed stubby holders. Yeah.
So I'm guessing Bintang Tony, he likes Indonesia, Bali. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say,
yeah. Well, that's where Bintang's home of whatever is. Yeah.
I've got a Bintang. I've got a Bintang wife beater sitting here in the cupboard.
fair enough. Not to worry.
Bintang wife beater.
Yeah.
Oh.
A singlet, Johnny.
I know. I'm just, the old blue singlet.
Yeah, I could see the wheels. I could see the wheels turning, but the gearbox wasn't engaging.
No. I know that I'm quite familiar with the statement, but I grew up in a blue singlet, and I never beat up any wives, and I worked hard on construction and drove trucks and God knows what, and that was the common dress: stubby shorts and the blue singlet,
You ever been down to Bangsarai there, Mark? Bangsarai?
Bangsarai, no, that's near Sutter Hip, isn't it? Isn't that around the corner from Sutter Hip?
Yes.
I've seen
in between Sutter Hip and in between John TM.
Right, John TM. Yeah,
beautiful area, mate. Really nice.
I've seen the turn off for it.
So anyway, when you go there, you go onto one of the wharfs, and you go at the jetties or wharf, whatever you want to call it. There's restaurants at the end of them. They're fucking fantastic.
Oh, really?
Used to go there a lot. Oh, geez, they're fantastic, mate. Probably the best food I've had in Thailand on them. If you like seafood,
all right.
Yeah.
I do.
Have a look for Rentalay Seafood, a restaurant. I've done a video on it. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I should see the food, mate. Whoa, and it's not expensive. I used to go there a lot. We should stay there a lot too. You can actually stay on the pier. They've got like hotels on the pier. You open your door and you're looking at water. It's really good.
That's it, Dale, mate. They've done up volleys
for roof work.
Yeah.
I always found if I was on a tin roof, bare feet was the best thing that I could ever. The only way I could get grip on a tin roof was on bare feet.
The old volleys, and if they got a bit slippery, the old belt grip, spray on belt grip.
Oh.
Bit of belt grip on the soles, and away you went, mate. Be like a fly on the wall. I'll trade
keep off the roof when it's hot.
Oh, I tell you what, I remember once I was putting on a roof with it was a zinc-aluminum roof, gel roof, back in the real early days, and I was wearing shorts, and get that reflection off the roof. Well, I think I cooked the bloody eggs and the yolk and the fucking everything else too. I was stuffed for a week. Oh, mate, pain. Yeah, after that, always wore long pants on the roof.
Well, you don't always have to go commando. Think about the bloke who's footing the fucking ladder for you.
No one footed any ladders in our days, mate. If it fell over, it was your own fault.
Check that one out there, Mark.
I will. I will.
I just typed it in the thing there for you.
Thank you.
Beautiful restaurant, mate. Really nice.
will.
You'll have a
Thank
wonderful
you.
time
Is
there.
that in Bangkok or outside Bangkok?
No. Sattahip, Jay. Sattahip.
Okay,
Down,
okay.
just past Pattaya. Well, just you got
Bangladesh.
Jotjam, then you got Banksaray, right? It's just
I
another
haven't
town.
been much on that
Oh,
side of
Jesus,
the Gulf.
Jay, it's bloody fantastic. Really, really good.
Nice down here, JG.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that. That's what I said,
Well,
actually. Oh, I put it up.
there was. Oh, Rayong had a shitload of really, really good, like little restaurants all the way down the beach.
Still has, Johnny. I'll be going down there tonight when I get off this.
Absolutely beautiful food for
Mm.
you. When you pay the bill, you feel embarrassed because coming from Australia.
I don't. I'm a clogwog.
Yeah, I know that.
There you go.
Anyhow.
Look at that. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
And the food is
nice.
the food's sensational. Yeah, if you're ever in that
Beautiful.
area, Jake, call in there. Bloody beautiful, mate.
Yeah.
That is
You
nice.
can
That
actually
is nice.
see these rooms on the side here, Jay. See these little rooms on the side? They're little, what do you call
That
them?
looks
Little hotel
exactly
rooms.
like a place outside Bangkok, just outside Bangkok.
Had a wonderful time. And well, you walk past all. See these tanks. There's tanks here on the right and left, right. You walk down the pier, and you can pick your fish out. You can murder a fish if you like.
Yeah, well, like I say, they've got the
When I was doing the
fish
vlog,
tanks.
when I was doing the vlog, and I put my fucking camera in there and fucking filmed all the poor little fish getting murdered. Yeah, beautiful food, mate. Seriously,
It does. You're making me
very
mouth
happy if you
water
go
now.
there. Yeah.
Well, I will. I'll
Fucking hell, I
definitely
can't even
suss
get
it
this.
out.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Gong.
Don't eat them. Don't eat those ones. They're goldfish.
That's goldfish. Fuck, mate, I wouldn't go near that restaurant.
I like my gong.
What's the fish? What's the fish?
Take it out. Any fish you like, mate. You sit out like this, like you're fair way out in the wharf. The wharf's pretty long. Or the pier, if we want to call it a pier. The food's sensational.
Mark, have you
Used to
been
go there a lot.
Have you been over to Hawaii?
Oh, look at that. Ooh.
No, not yet, Johnny. So that's I've got a bloke that's busting my chops for me to get over to Hua Hin. So I will be going over there early in the new year. So
you go on the old town, the pier and out through there, like there's some good tucker to be had there. But they are a little bit touristy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, that's what I like about down this side, Rayong, right? It's not known for, I don't know, people pass through Rayong going to Koh Samet, Koh Chang. Not a lot of people tend to stay in Rayong. And so the restaurants are where locals eat. And that's where we go to barbecues. We're going to go down to the beach tonight, just waiting on our daughter to show up. And we'll then hop in the car and we'll go down to the beach and we'll pig out on seafood for three of us, probably a couple of Leos in there for maybe 1,200 baht. And there'll be like 5 or 6 courses of food. So,
yeah. That's
I'll tell you what, down the Rayong area, the food is fantastic value for money.
It is really good. It is really good.
And it's different to Isan food and and obviously seafood, but it's prepared so well and it's not expensive and it's fresh.
Well, the only thing that pisses my missus off here, she cannot get, and she's from Isan originally, she cannot get a decent som tam here. The one, the som tam they make with the smashed up raw crab. Yeah. She can't get a decent. Now, whenever I go I'm forced to go to the Kiwi and Wombat bar maybe once a week to bring her, because there's a street vendor who goes up and down Beach Road in Jom Tiem, and I'm forced to go to the Kiwi and Wombat bar just so I can buy som tam from an Isan street vendor. God, the things I do to keep my relationship in check.
Oh, I tell you what, you must be suffering. So it must be so hard.
Ah, that's bullshit, Mark. It's
Yeah.
just true love.
Such
true
a
love.
tough life.
Have you got a tattoo yet? Come on, go get a tattoo.
Got a little tattoo of a violin just behind my ear.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Well,
Right,
you know,
yeah.
they all, you know.
Look, yeah.
Woe is
Worst lot in
me.
the world.
Woe is me.
Sorry, I'm getting hungry here.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
This is the view you get from the pier. See all these ones here? Oh, hang on, one.
Oh, nice.
Well, they're all restaurants, all of them.
Thanks,
Yeah.
hello.
Yeah. Fucking beautiful food there.
Hey, I'm on
Anyway.
my third marriage, Andy. If I haven't learnt a few tricks by now, I'm fucking doomed.
Don't tell me, Mark, your wife didn't understand you.
Yeah, that's right. They never did.
That's
They
what I always
never
say.
did.
How come you've been married 3 times? Oh, my wife didn't understand me. Who gives a fuck?
They met with unfortunate accidents.
Yeah, that's why I'm rich. Are you married? Can I insure you? Yeah. Now, that'll be one of the first places I head to when I get back there, Mark. Straight down to those restaurants down there. Bloody beautiful.
Yeah, well, give me a bell when you're here, and you can buy me lunch.
That's
Yeah.
it. You're getting it, Mark. You're getting
Hey,
it.
Mark, eat shit and die.
Hey, I want to know how to become an e-beggar or just a beer beggar.
Oh,
A beer.
Jesus.
I don't want any e. I just want free beer. So how do I become
Yeah.
a beer beggar?
Ain't they going for that lately with e-begging? Jesus.
Just beer. Just someone ply me with alcohol. I'll be happy.
And trust me, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't take much, and he's in La La Land.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a
What's that,
You're a
Mark? Few
cunning
drinks
bloke.
and you're anybody's.
yeah.
I'm not being detrimental or anything like that. But, if you go out with somebody to have a couple of beers, you'd expect to get, about the 7th or 8th round in, before they start talking braille.
How many? I drank. I don't know how many. They were pint glasses or something. We were drinking half pint glasses. We were drinking.
Where'd you go?
To a pub in
Just
Spencer
the-
Street Railway Station, whatever it's called.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
where you
remember.
dragged me one night. Jesus. We get fucking pissed.
Whoa. Stephen was flopping around like a bloody wet sponge, man. Had a couple of beers.
A couple of fucking beers.
Didn't even
bullshit.
get into full practice.
Fuck, what was it, 120 fucking bucks my bill was? Like yours was the same, wasn't it?
Nah, mine was double of that because I get them. For some reason, it was always my share, you cheap ass bastard.
Did you have?
Yeah, we had a good day out there.
Ask Niall if he had to do a second take. You see his comment there. He rang the bell down under bar, bought a drink for everyone in the bar, and in the wood bar across the street, missed it all on the camera. Cost him 1,800 baht and didn't get a second.
Look at this. Hey, look at this, John. I'll just have a read of this, Mark. Andy Stubbs. 3 marriages. Am I the only guy here that having been divorced? No, you're the only sucker that does as he's told.
Oh, Stephen, that's not nice. Andy's a wonderful person.
He's a great guy.
Andy's happily married. Andy's married and his wife's happy.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah.
She understands him.
Yeah.
He goes to work and he's built himself a wonderful little bird cage, a man cave down the back.
Apparently he's not allowed inside.
No, that is false information. I've actually
I like starting rumours.
I talked to Andy the other week, and he was actually allowed into the kitchen.
Well, I've got
What,
it.
Jay, you're divorced. What happened to you, mate? What, wife didn't understand you? Just say that.
Yeah, pretty much at point, Stephen.
I out of my wives, I don't think any of them would allow me to hop on a plane and fly for 2 or 3 months over to Thailand, as Mrs. Stubbs is about to do. I was lucky to get away for a week to go deer stalking. So
you do realise Andy takes out a very good travel insurance, or so if anything happens. Yeah.
Mrs. Stubbs is well looked after.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, good on him. Good on him.
No, Andy's
How many times have you been married, John? How many times have you been married?
Good on you, Dylan.
What? I've been married for 40 years, Stephen.
How many times,
though? To the same woman.
Stop ducking the question.
What about the first 50 years of your life?
I've been married a few times. We've had a few girlfriends, okay?
Yeah. Your wife didn't
I'm not
understand you?
the easiest person to live with.
Started back in the 1800s, eh? When women knew their place.
That's right. Friggin' oath. That's the way I grew up.
Those Victorian women, and I don't mean the state of Victoria, I mean the period.
Oh, no, we don't go near them on the period.
Oh, God almighty. Oh, God.
But, at the end of the day, I'll be honest with you. My first wife, we started off, and after over 20 years, we just virtually woke up and said, "Who the fuck are you?" Because we'd gone in different directions with what we were doing.
And what did the milkman say? Did he say his name or not?
I was the milkman, mate, because it was. But
I thought you were going to say three of you woke up in the bed and one of you said, "Who the fuck are you?"
No, the whole.
How many times have you been married, Jay?
Once.
Oh. Male or female? Sorry, that was a joke. I should not have said that. I'm sorry. Take it back.
Actually, just go like this up the screen, and you'll punch him in the head, Jake.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And
Jay, I used to work for a place called Tom Piper for a while, and they did tinned food, Jay. Right? You know, tinned food, like you open up and have your meal. And I used to bring it home, and I'd do night shift and shit and work my guts out. And you come home, she'd have it opened in a can and fucking put it in a pot for you. Fuck me, dude. Jesus.
So your wife was a brilliant cook, Stephen. The shit that you made at work,
not the first,
that
but
you,
John,
that
not
you
the
stole,
first one.
you stole from work. You brought it home, and she.
No, I didn't. You
warmed
didn't have to. It was really cheap. But during the lunch breaks at work, you'd have the same fucking tin food, right? Because there was damaged ones. The cans were damaged, so they just let you fucking help yourself. So I'm having fucking sausages and whatever out of a can, and you go home and get sausages whatever out of a can again. Anyway,
I tell you what, I can remember like contracting out the APM at Maryvale. They had a ripping good cafe set up there, and they would do meals, and I can guarantee you if they had roast lamb, and I had the roast lamb at lunch, when I got home, my wife would cook roast lamb, and she would do the and it didn't matter. It was like, I'm going to make you suffer, bastard. And it was just, and that went on for years because it was cheaper to eat at the bigger company canteens and stuff like that. Some was like Ericsson's, and it was only a couple of dollars because it was subsidised by the company.
Yeah.
Look at Andy. Oh, sorry, Andy. I say looking for a holiday. She says where, and you say see you up when you get back. Jeez, what did
See
she
you when
say
you
when you
get
come
back.
in the door, Eddie? How was work?
Oh, you're
Sorry,
back again,
mate.
are you?
I'll leave you alone now, Eddie.
Both, Buick, both.
Jesus.
He's a multiculturalist.
Who's that?
Johnny.
Oh, yeah. Got to get over and have a beer with Stubbsy. Yeah.
Well, he'll
Jeez, I
be
miss
here.
Bangkok
He'll
Hotel.
be here in February,
Yeah.
barring
No,
the horses.
Well, what are you paying for it, Stubbsy? How much is your airfare? If you're there.
Someone's going to smuggle him in the overhead locker.
Mm.
Oh, that was below. That
Well,
was
he
below the
travels,
belt. Oh, that was too. Sorry.
He travels 2 or 3 times a year, I think, Stubbsy does.
He used to,
well,
yeah.
He normally uses, three, at least 3. But the whole part about it is all the bullshit stuff. That's the same as we all used to. But yeah, we do before Christmas.
58 days.
Before Christmas, Dale.
What'd you pay for your airfare, Stubbs? Might try to look a pocket something, I think, John. Get over there and say hello.
I think he's flying Singapore Airlines, and he's got a short stopover in Singapore. And
Oh, yeah, that way again. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, Thai won't fly until February, but who knows what's going
yeah,
on.
I heard that. I think they are flying out of Sydney. I'm not sure, but anyway.
Oh, they were. Last time I heard they were flying out of Sydney. You had to fly to Sydney, then out that way. The rest of the states wouldn't let anybody out. Or wouldn't international shit. Yeah.
There's a bloke I know, Todd. He's coming from Adelaide. He's flying. I think he's coming from Adelaide, or has he got?
Oh no, not Adelaide.
No,
Not Adelaide.
No,
He'd
I
have
think
to,
he's
he'd have to go
actually.
to Sydney.
I think he's coming from Sydney, but he's Singapore
He'd have to.
Airlines as well. So
If he comes from Adelaide, he's not going nowhere. That's the new COVID city.
I've got to go to Europe first and pick up Jay, and we're going through Russia on a sex tour. Then we're going down to Thailand.
What are you going to use? What are you going to use?
There you go,
What are you
Steve.
gonna-
There you go.
You're going to use Jurgen like a dildo or something like that.
No, I'll just take him around. I'll just take him around the side. Yeah, the ones that Jorgen knocks back, I'll just get them.
Oh, you're going to pick up the scraps.
You take a good-looking guy with him, mate. He's a fucking killer with women.
one way, $430.
Yeah.
Oh shit,
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
how'd you
Well-
coming back, Stubbsy? 430. That's not so bad, I suppose. What are you doing about the return ticket? What do you have to book it, or is it left open, or? Oh my, 240.
Well, he doesn't know if he's coming back. He might be locked down for 2 years.
He might be living in my spare bedroom.
He might be living in your bedroom. He doesn't snore, apparently.
Oh,
Doesn't even know he's there. Just hear the click of the camera.
Warren had the rental unit under the stairs.
Yeah.
As long as he's careful with that telephoto lens, I don't want to be putting my ass up in the air and then get fucking impacted by his telephoto lens. So I don't care what photos he takes. Just be careful of that extendable lens.
Oh dear.
Was that the lens, was it?
430.
That's what they tell me.
That's a pretty good price, actually.
It is. And if he,
I don't know. He's going to work out. How's he going to work out his return trip?
He's not coming back. He might. He might end up.
Don't know how many. The entire. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Well, he's going to wait till after the federal election, and if the Labor government gets back in, then all the immigrants, all the illegals, will start to come back in from Indonesia. So he can probably get on a load there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you'd probably.
There's a
he'd probably
political
be cheaper to
statement yet
fly.
again.
Yeah, probably be cheaper to fly. But look, you just go to 7-Eleven and buy one of those blow-up and paddle out and go, help me, and the Australian Navy will pick you up and free trip.
Yeah.
When we're in the restaurant having a beer, me and Stubbsy in Thailand. Have another one, Stubbsy. Don't worry about your fucking plane. No, I'll wait for you.
Did they?
Yeah. I don't know. He rang me about 2 a.m. I didn't answer him.
It was probably to say, I'm waiting for me rebook ticket, you asshole.
No, they got to the airport pretty quickly. You didn't know. Stubby didn't realise how close I lived to the airport. Well, we were at the airport when the restaurant. Yeah, you got there no time at all.
Well, 1 hour isn't too bad, Stubbsy. If things haven't changed
all
from
right.
when I transited through Singapore 3 months ago now. I just did my first 90-day check-in, fellas.
And was that as good for you as it was for us?
Yes, it was. None of that train was working. I had to walk from one terminal to the other, and it took about 40 minutes. So, there's 40 minutes of your 1 hour wait. So, just in walking from one end of the airport to the other. But hopefully,
was that, Singapore?
But hopefully they got the trains up and running now. They didn't have them up and running in September. That was all. You had to walk from terminal. I think I landed at Terminal 1 and I had to walk to Terminal 3 or I don't know, somewhere. It was a frog march. It was a cut lunch and a compass, as we say. Cut lunch and a compass.
Oh, yeah, they did that fucking Sydney airport. They had to do that shit. I think it was Sydney airport. Something like that.
What?
Yeah, Sydney. You got to get on a bus at Sydney to go from domestic to international. It's right across the other side of the runway.
I think we had to walk, if I remember. Whatever.
Oh.
They're a
Walked a long
joke.
way, I know that.
The Australian airports are an embarrassment. The infrastructure is an embarrassment. The governments are an embarrassment. You go to a third world country. Yeah, well, fucking have a look at the mirror, dickheads. This is a third world country. Can't even fix a pothole in the fucking road.
That's not. You don't have any stopovers, Jay? Just a direct flight? That's not bad.
Who with Emirates or someone like that?
He's busy. He's talking to his secretary.
I heard that British Airways is suspended flights, direct flights.
No,
from the UK.
it's with Thai Airways.
What, are you going to go or what? Jay?
Only when he gets over COVID.
Sorry?
You going to book one and go or what?
Yeah, not now. Next year, I'm looking at February at the moment. My boss won't let me leave during Christmas and all the high season in Sweden. So
Okay.
Yeah, no direct flight.
he did that mistake once, and when I got back from Thailand and got to work, he said, "You will never ever get Christmas free again." So yeah.
I don't think. Hey, Andy, just a quick question. Did you book over the internet or you use an agency? I think I've used an agency this time.
Yeah, don't blame you, Dowlow. When I was working as a consultant and was flying all over Australia, we never used Shitstar because they were just too unreliable, absolutely unreliable.
I reckon they're brilliant, mate.
No, be either Qantas or Virgin. Never Shitstar.
Oh, I reckon they're brilliant. Great seats, nothing like going fucking sitting on a plane for fucking 10 hours with your knees in your face.
Having said
that,
look,
it's like being in a fucking sardine tin in them fucking flights.
Well,
I would fly fucking Jetstar.
I would fly. Although the last couple of trips I flew Jetstar business class from Bangkok to Melbourne, and that's not too bad.
No, I wouldn't do it again.
And it was the business class return trip was the same price as Thai economy, so I didn't mind it. Mr. Mark, where would you like to sit? What beer would you like, Mr. Mark? How do you like your steak, Mr. Mark?
We used to go over on the jumbos. It used to take about, what is it? Do you remember, John? Was he there? Yeah. It used to take about 12, 13, 14 hours. Jeez, what a fucking prick of a trip.
On what? On a propeller plane?
No, the old planes, the jumbos and shit. Propeller plane. It was 13 hours, I think, to Bangkok.
What?
Yeah.
What? Flying via Auckland?
No. The planes weren't subsonic then.
Yeah, direct
The old-
from
the old,
Copenhagen
the old
to
jumbos.
Bangkok takes about 12 hours.
It's 9 hours from Melbourne to Bangkok.
That's right, exactly. No, it's 8 hours with a good breeze. In the old days, it used to take much longer. The big jumbos. They used to take a
747s.
Yeah, the big ones, the old ones.
I would have loved to have gone on a 747 one more time. Thai Airways I was going to do it. Thai Airways flying a 747 out of Sydney, and I would have. And if situation didn't eventuate, my next trip would have been via Sydney, just so I could fly on the last time that I flew on a 747.
Oh Jesus! Okay, Stubbsy. I might give you a call later, Stubbsy. Yeah. It was a bastard, mate. I can't remember the exact. I think it was 13 hours. I can't remember. But I used to go via Singapore. I couldn't put up with the whole fucking sitting on a plane for 13 hours and have a break there and then jump on the plane and do what's it about an hour and a half or 2 hours to Bangkok. I used to go that way. Yeah. Remember they had the old ashtrays in them and shit like that.
But Dom, it's not a bad. It's their business class. I think it's a bit more than premium economy because the seats. There's only 2 seats on either side of the aisle, and they recline back. They don't recline all the way back down into say a proper full priced airline business class. But man, I can sleep. You know, you're sitting back maybe on a 70-degree angle. Heaps and heaps and heaps of leg room in front of you. I'd say it's a lot more than premium economy because I slept like a baby on the way back from because the flight would leave at around midnight, 10 o'clock or something, 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock Bangkok time, and get me back to Melbourne by 9 o'clock in the morning, ready to go straight to the office.
Back to reality, eh?
Back to reality, and then while I was in the taxi going to the office, I was already booking the trip to go back again. So,
fucking mate, I went back the next week. I flew home. Fuck this place. I booked another ticket, went straight back.
Well, you know, I was going to Thailand 9 times a year.
What were you doing that for?
To see the temples.
Oh, 9 times a year. Shit.
I love the temples.
Yeah.
Couldn't get enough temple.
Right. I think I travelled there about 50 times before I moved over.
Yeah, it is good value. I thought it was.
Oh, it used to be.
Value.
Yeah, it used to be. Used to love the duty free, everything cheap. Not now, is it?
No, that once upon a time, you know, I think when used to be able to get my Jack Daniels a little bit cheaper in Bangkok than what I did duty free, as opposed to Melbourne. But then it turned the other way. I think when it got less than 26 baht to the dollar, then it was cheaper to get it in Melbourne. 9.20p. Oh yeah,
I bought one of those. You know those big bottles of scotch on the swing. Remember them? The big ones.
I was never much of a Scotch drinker. I'm an American.
Anyway, my mate wanted me to get him one, right? Because they're fucking Jesus. They're nearly 2 foot high. Hang on, about 1.5 foot high. They're on a swing. He always wanted one, so I said, no worries, mate. I had to buy a fucking suitcase. He paid it all back to me. Had a fucking excess. I said, next time I'll grab you a fucking fridge or something. Jesus.
Why are you feeling stuck, Dowlo? Aren't you on unlimited now? You're not no longer in any type of lockdown at all now, are you?
No one's told him. He's still got his windows down, his blinds down. Dowlo, you're free.
Yeah, you are free.
Yeah, well. Yeah, I suppose I better look at booking something.
Well, I'm getting hungry. So
yeah,
all that food that you were showing earlier. So I will bid you adieu.
Okay, mate. See ya.
Lag on, everybody.
Have a good one.
Thank you. See you, Johnny, if you're still there or you're falling off your perch.
No,
Falling off his perch.
All right, Mark.
right.
See you, mate.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to start looking at. I've got to bring my daughter over to here to look after some things before I can go anywhere. So I have to wind it up with her, Jay.
I'm actually getting hungry as well, so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
See you, Mark.
How long are you off for? How long are you off for, Jay?
Sorry?
How long are you at home for?
Oh, what is it now? 1.5 week. It's bloody boring.
Oh.
You know what? The one thing about it, you'll get to enjoy life, Jürgen.
Yeah, true.
The way we have it in where we live, man, Dallo and Andy and Dom, and being locked up like caged animals where you can't go outside and you can't do this and you can't do that, and all the can'ts.
Oh, yeah.
And then you start calling them can'ts. Yeah. We've been locked up. Like I say, our area in the world has been locked up more than anybody else, and it's
for sure.
It changes your attitude, changes the whole deal of it. Even exercise, which you took for granted.
Yeah.
It changes your demeanour.
All right, no worries, guys. Well, I think we'll pack it in now. We've gone over the 2 hours.
Yep.
That's okay. Thanks for watching us tonight, and thanks for the comments. And thank you, Jay and John and myself, of course, and the special guest.
Thank you, Stephen and Johnny.
The special guest is JJ. Stay
Thank
there,
you,
Jay.
Stephen.
He's very
He's very all right,
special.
good night. See you next week.
Thank you very much, Johnny.